My name is Shubhada Saxena. I came to the United States in 1987. I moved to Austin at the end of 94. Every neighborhood has now expanded, and a lot of Indian Americans have moved in along with other Asian Americans too, and they're growing. They're having a South Asian New Year festival here. The Bengali communities come together to celebrate this festival. This is part of my exploration of Asian American events in the city. So they've already started the performances.
What would you say to people that don't know too much the Indian culture?
It's a vibrant culture. It's very colorful.
What about the food?
Oh, delicious.
Best food.
The number of restaurants have grown tremendously. I remember like a handful of restaurants when we first moved here, and we used to go, there was a new Hyderabadi restaurant, and we were so excited because there was now a Hyderabadi restaurant. But now you have all kinds like Indian Chinese, and the different kinds of Indian food is almost represented here now in Austin. So what is this station? It's an Indian supermarket, like it says. So you get groceries that Indians eat right over there. Namaste, Jinesh. How are you? No problem. I found out that you were here.
Yeah.
How much is the 50-pound bag? The
25-pound bag.
The 25-pound bag, yeah.
The 25-pound onions would be like, I think, $9.99.
These are like a flat bean called valor, and yeah, they're very healthy. Used to eat them growing up, so it's fun to have different groceries. They say it's good to have biodiversity in your food, so.
So I come from an IT background. When I lost my job in 2001, I saw the opportunity to, since the market was growing and there was a need for additional grocery stores, and therefore I thought that would be a great opportunity to get into that market, yes. At that point, there were only 2 stores besides our store, and back then the population was scarce, and most of them were mostly in the north part of the town. The Indian community has grown amazing, and I think that is what was the secret behind our success also and our growth also. I mean, we went from 1 store to 5 stores in 15 years. Food is always a natural binder for everybody, right? It's a connectivity, and also people, yeah, I mean, they miss the most, I mean, right, is the food.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, have a good day, you too.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. I started Seva around the 2007-2008 time period when I had stopped working. I saw a huge need for social services, and that's why I chose to do my master's in social work after 30 years of graduation from my undergrad. We gathered senior citizens from South Asian countries who were living in America to volunteer in Austin. We make therapy dolls for Dell children's using the crafts. We make fleece blankets for either the animal shelter or children's. And recently now we're thinking of doing it for our troops who've been stationed abroad.
And we feel our aim of our life is that we have helped the children and other sad people.
When you feel that you belong and you are included, there is so much more that you can give back. And I see it through the Seva seniors. When they participate and they feel they belong to this country and this city, how much they are able to work and do things for this community. Versus if they had to live in fear and isolation, that would be a completely different situation.
Some comments were made to the effect of get out of our country, go back to where you're from.
I need an answer for everyone out there. That what is that they're gonna do to stop this hate crime?
I think most people recognize that the climate has changed, at the very least. We were welcomed in this country, and right now we do not feel welcomed. We're going to the Asian American Resource Center. We're trying to make sure that the Indian American community connects with other local community members, including law enforcement and immigration, those who understand immigration and our rights.
You've reached your destination.
2017 has brought a lot of changes in Texas, locally, and across the nation, and it brought about a lot of uncertainty and made a lot of folks in the Asian and South Asian community, I think the best word to describe it at my house is nervous.
From times past, at least for me, is that we're really encouraging the community when they see something suspicious to call 911. So a lot of times, in their mind, if it's suspicious, they're going to make that phone call. And it's our obligation to go out and investigate it.
If they do take your ID either to check it, or if they were to confiscate your phone, if you're carrying your ID on your phone, what would you do?
You are U.S. citizen for 50 years. You've been living here, you've been paying taxes, and therefore you ought to behave differently, are required to carry that $15 passport card, but others are not. That's the point I was trying to make.
We know that as a community, our parents came here, worked their tails off. Many of y'all came here, worked very, very hard, have done everything right, paid their taxes, built businesses, worked in nonprofits, contributed in every possible way, and are now being treated as third and fourth class citizens.
We should recognize Sean decided to make this.
Thank you for coming all this way, because it really is important that we reach out to every community group. It is never a rule in any country that you need to look like or wear the same clothes or speak the same language as the country that you've moved to.
So we're here to take a few moments to grieve for people from our community that we lost in Kansas, and to be with each other as we hear these stories more and more coming out from all around the country about hate crimes and suspected hate crimes. And right now, of course, it feels very strange. It can be very hard to go out to HEB or to go to the gas station or to go to school, go to work, when we hear about people getting killed, people getting shot at. Right now, though, let's all put your candles up in the air. We'll take a moment of silence.
I think a large majority of us are now American and live here and feel very much American and feel very patriotic because we are part of the fabric of this country now.